It has been a phenomenal year. It's been a grueling year at the same time when you're working full-time and governor and have an 18-year-old daughter. It's been some full days. But it has been a wonderful experience, because of the clubs, because of all the people who are in this district. I'm constantly amazed by the projects that we do, not only internationally, but locally. And it doesn't matter the size of the club. I've seen wonderful things in clubs that are 8 members to wonderful things in clubs that are 150 plus members. So it isn't driven by the number of members in the club. Now, Miami-Dade and Pinecrest, now you guys have had a phenomenal year. You stepped up very early at District Assembly and said, we want to look at something a little different. You took on a challenge about a bunch of crazy runners coming down an aisleway and took on the Extreme Makeover Project. And Joe Roth and Marcy Ullum and Drew Monahan and all of them participated in this club. This club did it with them. It wasn't something that they came in and just waged their magical wand and said, this is what we're going to do. All of you had to make a commitment to that project, and it's come out pretty well for you. As of this moment, you're the top per capita club in the district for giving for the Rotary Foundation for the year. At this time, you're one of only 2 clubs that has qualified officially for the presidential citation, and that's why I'm here this morning. 13 clubs applied for it and told Rotary that we think, what it takes to be a presidential citation club. Well, this year Rotary International had their official bean counters really go through and evaluate 2 particular criteria that were very, very difficult to do. One of those criteria was you had to maintain 85% of your original membership from July 1. That's not in count, that's in physical names, bodies, Rotarian official numbers. So it was, and you still had to, on top of that, have a net gain of +1. In addition to that, there was a foundation criteria that everyone in the club had to participate in the Rotary Foundation. So if 30 people are in the club and 29 people donated to the Rotary Foundation, the club would not get the citation. 100% participation of some amount. $1 didn't really matter. Remember, E-Ray is every Rotarian every year, not necessarily $100, but every Rotarian every year. So you had to do that. The club per capita had to be $100 or more. Y'all blew that away. That was not your problem. 85, but retaining 85% of your members, you think about how hard that is in this economy to retain that, and y'all did it. And the dollars for the Rotary Foundation, everything that went that were just added that the club did as a whole. So, in the mail recently, I received from President Callum Banerjee 2 certificates. One of them was for the Rotary Club of Key Biscayne, which is the other club that's qualified, that's currently is chasing you on the per capita giving, trying to catch up in the next 2 weeks, see if they can make one major donation and try to knock you off. But it's going to be a tough climb. I think you guys are at $600 per capita or something like that. That's pretty tough for any size club to catch up per capita. The largest club of total giving right now is the Weston Club. Weston Club, I think they are over $40,000 or something like that. So those are the top clubs with 2 weeks to go, and they don't tell us anything. They don't tell district governors anything from this point forward. We don't know where we are in the world. We don't know any of that. We'll find out at the very end, around the middle of July, when they close all the books out. But the last time they told us something, District 6990 was number 6 in the world in total giving. So we are doing very well. We don't know if we'll hold that. That's a pretty tough spot to hold. But we were running that far ahead. And right now we are just over $1,700,000, 8 in total giving in the district. So it's an outstanding foundation year for us. So the other certificate that came in the mail was the presidential citation, and it was awarded to the Miami-Dade and Pinecrest Club. The following extraordinary achievements in membership, foundation giving, 100% of the annual program fund, minimum per capita contribution to the annual program fund, and a minimum net increase of 1 member with an 85% retention rate. So one of only 2 clubs in the entire district with a presidential citation. I presented to the Miami-Dade Pinecrest Club. The official banner usually arrives before the conference, so that's when that's the initiative. Usually after that comes the presidential banner. Now I have one more presentation, or maybe I had 2 more presentations, but I have one more before I go on to that. The gentleman in your club has been a very, very special friend of mine for many years, and when I approached him about taking over the assistant governor position for my year, that was going to be a challenge, and they all knew it, because they knew that it was going to start early and it was going to go late, and that the expectations were not of myself were high, and the expectations of the assistant governors were very high. Because of my situation and what I wanted to try to do in the district, when they signed up, they knew what they were in for. There were no surprises. Joe has exceeded my expectations, not only in service to his area, but also in his dedication and continue to work with his own home club and still be president, and still drive the foundation on top of all his assistant governor responsibilities. This coming Sunday, we're going to have a final reception for all the officers that served in the district governor's group. And Joe's going to actually be out of town, so I wanted to bring my memento of thanks to you while you're here today, and I know you're not even going to be here next Monday. So when we rearranged to this presentation, I wanted to make sure you were here as well. So on behalf of myself and District 6990, I'll read you the card. It says, "There are no limits to opportunities. Most of us see only a small portion of what is possible. We create opportunities by seeing the possibilities and having the persistence to act upon them. We must always remember, opportunities are always here, but we must look for them. Thank you for the special memories and the dedication, not only to Rotary, District 6990, but me personally. You've made dreams a reality and propelled the district into a new era of not being afraid to do something different every day. I'm humbled by your service and the journey we have shared. I wish you all the best for 2012 to 2013 and for being a part of my team. And for something that he would appreciate, wow, what a ride. Best regards, Todd.
You're not kind of shy, I guess.
Oh, he doesn't like that.
Yeah. The flag's growing out of your head, sir. I mean, if you want it there.
That's okay.
Okay, 1, 2. Thank you.
1, 2, click. What happened to 3?
I never make it to
Never
3.
say 3, is that it? One of the special jobs when you show up, people tend to have these certificates, and the governor's here. Okay, you can do this one. So, the Rotary Foundation has established a Paul Harris program for anybody who gives $1,000 to the Rotary Foundation, and or points are donated in their name. So today we have 2 to present. The first one being for the first official Paul Harris 1 as we call it, and that is presented to David Kinney. But one more picture. And your pin for you as well.
And this actually proves you were here for the meeting.
So I didn't have that dollar.
Oh, you.
Anybody else have difficulty with the new pin backs that you have to push and pull at the same time? Alrighty. Yeah. So that was the individual pin. You have a 2 as well?
I'm going to do that. I have something to say.
So we're good?
I'm going to steal his money away before the district governor gets tempted. Madam President?
Yeah, my treasurer's already told me that the accounts will be closed, and that's it, he's closing the books, so thank you very much to your club, congratulations on a fantastic year, and I hope you do very well in 2012-13. Ron, talk about some high goals. This club really blew through some doors this year, so you've got a great group to lead, and I wish you the best in everything you've done. I'm sure you have special thanks for Joe Roth and Drew and Marcy Owen for everything they did. I heard Marcy did your installation, so great lady to bring over here and do that. So best of luck for everybody.
Don't run away. I have a suggestion. Would all of the past presidents of this club and the current president and the future past president, future president, step forward?
That's everybody.
Yeah, who's left?
I think that's most of the club, actually.
Most of the club. Yeah, you should come. It's okay. You're a fine person.
It's like my little club.
It doesn't matter.
You don't have presidents in front, there's nobody left in chairs.
Balance it out with.
Yeah, right.
That's the reason that I don't undertake to be president of the club. Someone has to take the picture.
How long are you going to hold on to that?
Okay, everyone looking over here, Isla Jean? 1, 2. Thank you. Motley crew.
Thanks. I've been called worse.
I have one other award. I actually have several awards for people who weren't there on Saturday night. And I guess I'm going to have to present them, one at a time as people come to meetings. And as soon as I can find this name, I'll do it. Okay. On Saturday night, we presented awards to our officers, to our board of directors, to some committee chairs. One of the directors couldn't be there. Club service director, Bruce Seaton. And not only was Bruce an active member of the board of directors, contributing valuable input, he was also co-sergeant at arms. He's quite good at making us give up our money.
Not as good as Ron, but I'm ready.
Yes.
So, Bruce, would you come up?
I know you were going to say that. I'm sorry. I got diverted by Stuart completely.
Pay attention, Bruce.
He made a lawyer joke. And it wasn't funny,
No, it was quite a high compliment. You're not a lawyer.
Well, I think I take that as the best compliment I had in a long time.
Yes.
And I don't plan to become one either, by the way.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Nancy. One more award than Nancy. I think it's supposed to get photographed.
Oh, I thought we were.
Thank you. Didn't even get the one that time.
Don't go away, Bruce. I was going to hand this to you Saturday night. This is your Sergeant at Arms pin.
Oh, man.
And this is a pin
Wait,
Governor,
wait, sort of pin that on here, do I?
our Governor-elect, Ted Eldridge, gave out pins for everybody in the club. That's one that you didn't get, so you got it now.
Through service. It's a very nice idea. Thank you very much.
Okay. I want to tell you about our year in review. And I know that some of this may be repetitive from, what we said Saturday night, from, what Governor Todd said, but I think it bears repeating. This has been an exciting year for the Rotary Club of Miami, Dayton, and Pinecrest. We started the year as one of 2 clubs in District 6990 to participate in the Extreme Makeover Program. We met with the makeover team, we brainstormed, we attended training sessions and workshops, all with the goal of making ours a better, bigger, and bolder club. We started some new traditions to foster our network and fellowship efforts. Isla Jean coordinated a dining group, which met at different restaurants monthly. In addition, we started a monthly happy hour, which Andy headed up. One of our new members, Mario, has done an awesome job setting up and maintaining our website, a project which we've been struggling with for some time. It's a very unique, informative, and interesting website. Again, I remind you, check it out at www.rotarypinecrest.org. Not only has Mario set up website, but in keeping with Rotary directives to use social media to attract younger members, he's also set us up on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. We started the year by providing book bags filled with school supplies for homeless children through the Community Partnership for Homeless in Homestead. We decided this would be a year-long project. This was a very successful project coordinated by Ronnie Heller. With the help of Dave Cox and Publix, we've provided approximately 110 book bags for the year. November was a busy month. We sponsored Quest for Peace student art competition and exhibition in conjunction with Miami-Dade College Art Department in honor of Robert Horowitz. We were able to provide cash awards to 14 outstanding young artists for their work. Also in November, we participated in the polio golf ball drop by selling raffle tickets. Headed by Howard, we more than doubled our contribution to the program over the prior year. And in November, with the help of Dave Cox and Publix, we provided approximately 25 gift certificates for Thanksgiving meals to foster families through Charlie. Our major fundraiser for the year was our golf tournament, which was held in February at the Biltmore. Randy Lee and his executive assistant, Anthony, started working on this project months in advance. Through their efforts in obtaining sponsors, donations for raffles and auctions, and through the support of club members, we were able to raise funds for approximately 3 four-year scholarships. From previous fundraising efforts, we were able to continue funding scholarships for 12 deserving young people this year. In May, we manned a rest station for the Zimmerman MS Bike Ride. This ride's to raise funds for the Multiple Sclerosis Foundation and their fight against MS. We supported this cause by manning the rest station, serving refreshments, foods, and offering motivation to the bikers. This was a friends and family event where we all tried to get someone else involved, and we had a lot of fun doing it. Through the efforts of Joe Stephen, we were able to obtain matching grants from our district and Rotary International of approximately $44,000 for Sri Lanka and Haiti projects. In May, Isla Jean coordinated our drive to collect items for homeless veterans. We set up a table in the lobby of the Dayton building. Club members and friends donated various items to be distributed to homeless veterans. Ultimately, through this project, we were able to give a truckload of items in addition to approximately 20 Publix gift cards. Throughout the year, we had many interesting programs under the coordination of Ron Lieberman. A few of our most notable speakers were Senator Bob Graham to discuss his book, Keys to the Kingdom, Senator Flores to tell us about the current legislation, Pinecrest Mayor Cindy Lerner, who talked about the village of Pinecrest, the challenges and the problems it faces, Commissioner Xavier Suarez to discuss his book, Democracy in America, 2010, and the Miami-Dade County property appraiser, Pedro Garcia, who talked about property values and taxes, along with numerous other outstanding speakers throughout the year. The generosity of our club, with a little prodding from Foundation Chair, has placed our club currently the #1 in the district per capita giving to the Rotary annual program. During the district assembly, 2 of our members were presented with awards by District Governor Todd Dayton. Randy Lee and Dr. J received awards for dedication and outstanding service. Also at the club assembly, Governor Todd presented the club with the Governor's Award in recognition of year-long commitment to the governor, to the goals and programs of the district governor and Rotary International. I believe our club was one of 5 who received this award. out of approximately 50 in the district. And last but not least, our club qualified for the Rotary International Presidential Citation 2011-2012. Good job, everybody. As you can see, it's been a very busy and successful year. We worked hard, but we found time to have fun. I want to extend my thanks to club officers, board of directors, and to all the members who helped make this a great year. I also want to extend my thanks to the Extreme Makeover team and to Governor Todd, whose enthusiasm and energy was a source of motivation for me throughout the year. Thank you all. And I just want to give you just a really brief.
One, we give $10,000 in the name of Dr. Shada to Haiti.
That was
For the
actually at the
eye
end of
care
last June.
When it should have.
She knows.
I also want to just give you a very quick, brief financial report. In our operating account, we've got about $68,000. Of that, $77,000 of it is earmarked to go to Sri Lanka and Haiti. We've got another $35,000 foundation money in the money market, and $189,000 in a couple of CDs. So once we pay out Haiti, we've still got about $215,000 or so that we're going to use. Much of that goes to our scholarships. Part of it is earmarked for Pakistan, and it all goes toward good projects to deserving people. That's our financial report on where we stand. Have I missed anything? Okay, let's see. In that case, I'm going to turn this over to Ron Lieberman.
Oh, before you do, I think we should all again thank Nancy for an outstanding year.
Thank you, Nancy. As I said earlier, Saturday night, I gave out pins to everyone in the club that were given as a present to us by our incoming governor, Ted Eldridge. And also, I've got a pin for our new vocational service director, David Kinney. You've got 2 pins.
Thank you.
Hey, many awards, David.
Is there any member here that did not get the membership pin that was given out by the governor? I think I covered everybody. You didn't get one?
Not from the governor. No, I didn't
Yeah, my grandson went around and gave everybody one. Sorry I missed you. Okay. Okay, I got a pistol over the weekend from Rolf, I forgot his last name, but he's from the Rotary Club of Coral Gables. He runs the golf ball drop every year.
Frankfurt.
Rolf Frankfurt, right. And Howard did a tremendous job last year in selling those tickets. And I'd like to spread that on to somebody else if someone else wants to take the job. The golf ball drop itself will be November 29th. So you can all think about that. And Tom Boswell is the new membership chair. Howard and I and Mario will be working with him, and anyone else who wants to work on membership, which basically includes everybody in the club. You're all on the membership committee by virtue of being a member of this club. We need to increase our membership. We need everybody's help. That's why I sent out the classification survey. Some of you have received it by email. I sent it out late yesterday afternoon. Take a look at it. everybody's name, I even included a couple people that no longer in the club, but everybody who's in the club should be on there with your classification as I understand it. So look it over, see if I got your classification wrong, let me know, we'll change that. And also I put in bold print several categories of memberships that we've had in the club and dropped out over the last 10 years. I want to fill those categories if we can, and fill any other categories. I listed a bunch of classifications. It's really your job, each and every one of you, look over the classifications, and if you know somebody who either lives or resides, hopefully both, in the general area that where we are, let me get their name and contact information so we can extend an invitation, or Tom will send out an invitation to them to come to a meeting. For the last 3 years, we've basically been at 27 members. Each year, we add a few, lose a few, and we pretty much stay at 27. I'd like to get us up to 30. I know that Nancy made that as our goal for this past year, but I'm going to try again this year to get up to 30 or more. Our Community Service Committee right now includes Ronnie Heller and David Cox. If anyone else wants to serve on that committee, those people need your help. I know because Ronnie's going to get off to a slow start, but Isla Jean is chairman of the Fellowship Committee, and she needs your help too. And I'll go over some of the other committees between now and the start of my official becoming president, which will be July 1. I was informed earlier, if we get hit by a hurricane this week, Nancy's president. That pretty much covers the comments I was going to make. The potluck dinner, again, is July 8th, and that will be meeting with our governor, and the board of directors will be meeting an hour early, and then the whole club's going to have some dinner. Golf ball drop tickets I covered. Anybody have any questions or anything that they would like to add? Mario.
Yeah.
You got a report on the brochures? We haven't printed them up yet, have we?
I mean, we can print them on demand. The design's already there. You just need to let me know when you want and how many you want.
Okay, well, I'll get with you after the meeting on that. I'd like to get enough brochures where everybody's got a few. And did you want to tell everybody about the webinar? Or do you want to do that at another meeting?
Sure. Well, I think you also participated, right?
Yeah, how many of you attended the webinar last week? There were 2 webinars, one on Wednesday, one on Thursday, where you could go onto the internet, and Joe Roth was one of 3 or 4 Rotarians from all over the country that participated in the webinar. Was anybody else there besides